Noah Hotham's road to recovery. All Blacks fans weigh in. Hey, All Blacks fans, it's time to talk about rookie scrum half Noah Hotham and his recovery journey after a frustrating injury setback. We were all excited to see him in action during the Rugby Championship, but fate had other plans when he got injured in the closing minutes of our 29-19 victory over France. Running through a half gap, he was tackled from behind, leading to an unfortunate ankle injury that required surgery. Now, Hotham is on the mend, and he recently shared with us that his recovery is progressing. He mentioned a potential return timeframe of 6 to 8 weeks, which gives us hope that he might be available for the highly anticipated Bledisloe Cup matches against the Wallabies later this month. Imagine the thrill of seeing him back on the field, wearing that iconic black jersey and bringing his flair to the game. Comment "Go All Blacks" in the comments, and let's rally behind him. However, it's not just Hotham feeling the heat. First choice scrum half Cam Roygaard is also sidelined with a stress fracture in his foot, leaving Cortez Radama to start in the opener against the Los Pumas. It's a tough break for the team, especially with such high stakes in the championship. Fans, do you think Radama can rise to the occasion and lead us to victory? Hotham's eagerness to impress head coach Scott Robertson is palpable, and it's tough to watch him miss out on crucial game time. The rugby world knows how competitive the scrum half position is, and any time off the field can be detrimental. Let's hope he can speed up his rehabilitation process and make a strong comeback. After all, what could be better than seeing a fresh talent like Hotham take the field against our rivals? So what are your thoughts? Do you believe Hotham can make an impact when he returns? And how do you feel about the current lineup with Radama at the helm? Drop your opinions in the comments, including your city, and let's get the discussion going. Go All Blacks! Richie Mo'unga's return, a game changer for the All Blacks. As an All Blacks fan, the news of Richie Mo'unga returning to New Zealand for an 18-month contract with NZ Rugby is music to our ears. After his stint in Japan, where he showcased his skills with Toshiba Brave Lupus, Mo'unga is set to rejoin the national squad, although he won't be eligible for selection until the November internationals later in 2024. It's a move that could shake up the fly half scene for the All Blacks, particularly with Scott Robertson at the helm. Now, what does this mean for our fly half depth? Former All Blacks hooker James Parsons has raised an interesting point about the evolving landscape of international rugby. The Springboks have demonstrated how utilizing various fly halves can lead to success, and it's a strategy that New Zealand needs to embrace as well. With Beauden Barrett and Damian McKenzie currently leading the charge, Mo'unga's return offers a unique opportunity to enhance our depth and versatility in that pivotal position. Comment "Go All Blacks" in the comments. However, it's not going to be a straightforward path for Mo'unga. Bryn Hall, another former All Black, emphasizes that while Mo'unga has the talent, he must earn his place back on the team. With Barrett and McKenzie having significant time to establish themselves before Mo'unga's arrival, the competition is heating up. It's fascinating to think about how this will unfold, especially with the next World Cup on the horizon in 2027. One of the key takeaways from this situation is how the game has evolved since the days of Dan Carter. Parsons pointed out that the era of having a fixed number 10 is fading. Teams are now looking for depth and flexibility in their fly halves. Rassie Erasmus's approach with the Springboks, leveraging multiple fly halves, could very well influence how the All Blacks strategize moving forward. It's an exciting prospect for us fans, as it opens up the potential for a more dynamic and unpredictable game plan. But here's where I want to hear from you, fellow supporters. How do you feel about the competition for the fly half position? Are you excited to see how Mo'unga will fit back into the squad? Do you think he'll reclaim the starting role, or will Barrett and McKenzie hold him off? As we look ahead to the future, the All Blacks have the chance to redefine their style of play. With the depth that Mo'unga brings, along with the talents of Barrett and McKenzie, we could be looking at a squad that's incredibly hard to prepare for. This could genuinely clutter the opposition's game plans, making it all the more thrilling to watch. So let's get chatting. Comment below with your thoughts on Mo'unga's return and how you see the fly half situation playing out. Also, tell us which city you're cheering from. Let's rally behind our team and discuss what the future holds for the All Blacks. injury updates, and exciting debuts. All Blacks gear up for Argentina clash. As the All Blacks prepare for their much-anticipated Rugby Championship opener against Argentina, there's a mixed bag of injury news to unpack. The good news is that both Bowden and Scott Barrett are fit and ready to take the field in Cordoba. However, the team will be without some key players, which could pave the way for Chiefs back rower Simon Parker to make his Test debut. Head coach Scott Robertson shared the latest updates, confirming that Wallace Satiti and Tamati Williams will miss this match, while other notable absentees like Tyrell Lomax, Luke Jacobson, Caleb Clark, and halfbacks Cam Roigard and Noah Hotham continue their rehabilitation back in New Zealand. It's a bit concerning, isn't it? The All Blacks have such depth, but losing several players at once can shake things up. What do fans think about the current injury situation? Is the squad deep enough to handle the pressure? Robertson sounded optimistic about the Barrett brothers. He mentioned that Buden's hand has healed well, and Scott is in top shape after his calf injury. It's always encouraging to hear that our star players are ready to roll, especially when they bring such experience and skill to the pitch. The Barrett brothers have a unique synergy that can change the dynamics of the game. How much do you think their presence will impact the team's performance against Argentina? With Satiti sidelined, fans are buzzing about Parker's potential debut. This young talent has made quite an impression in the NPC, and it seems his hard work has paid off. Robertson noted that Parker has seamlessly integrated into the squad and even shared what this opportunity means to him. There's something special about seeing new players step up for the All Blacks, isn't there? It's a reminder of the tradition and pride that comes with wearing that jersey. As we gear up for what promises to be an electrifying match against Los Pumas, let's rally behind the team. Comment "Go All Blacks" below to show your support. What are your thoughts on the lineup and the injuries? Which city are you cheering from? And how do you feel about the All Blacks' chances in this match? Let's hear your opinions. Headline: All Blacks coach Scott Robertson under fire. Is depth strategy the right move? As we gear up for the Rugby World Cup, it's clear that the All Blacks are facing some tough scrutiny, particularly from former Test wing Jeff Wilson, who has taken issue with head coach Scott Robertson's plans. Wilson argues that Robertson's focus on building depth with 4 players of Test quality for every position might not be the best approach right now. Instead, he believes the priority should be honing in on the main 23 players who can actually secure victory in the World Cup. Wilson's concerns are rooted in the recent success of the Springboks, who have expertly rotated their squad to create a formidable depth chart. While Robertson recognizes the necessity of having players ready to step in due to injuries and suspensions, Wilson feels the emphasis should be on developing a core team that can deliver under pressure. We don't need 4 fullbacks, he asserts, highlighting the versatility of players like Jordy Barrett and Will Jordan. This raises an interesting question for all of us. Should we be investing so much in depth when we already have strong talent in key positions? Comment "Go All Blacks" in the comments if you believe we should focus on a core squad instead of building excessive depth. Looking at the current injury crisis, the All Blacks have been forced to call up players like Finlay Christie, while Dalton Papali'i and Ethan Blackadder were left out of the mix. This decision seems to indicate a strategy of allowing younger players a chance to shine. But does that come at the expense of proven talent? Wilson argues that while it's important to explore new options, the team needs to start solidifying the players who will lead us to World Cup glory in 2025. As fans, we have to ponder: do we trust Robertson's vision for depth, or do we share Wilson's sentiment that it's time to focus on a winning 15? This debate is crucial as we look ahead to the Rugby Championship and beyond. The All Blacks have a training squad of 42, and while it's good to see fresh faces, the need for experience in critical moments cannot be overlooked. What are your thoughts, All Black supporters? Is depth really the key to success, or should we prioritize finding that winning combination now? Comment below with your opinions, and let us know which city you're cheering from. Go All Blacks!